Hi there, it's Ellie back again on the island of Rivendell. Today I'm going to be trying to actually build some of Rivendell, so we'll see how that goes. Obviously I'm very excited about the new reactions that we've got. Oh my days, I'm doing yoga with my Neeg. She's completely outranking me, screaming about it obviously. So today what I'm going to be trying to do is make an area of Rivendell. So I'm not going to be talking too much in this video and we'll just get through to it. I'm just very excited that I'm finally doing part of the Rivendell because I've focused on the Shire area a little bit, but I haven't really been brave enough to actually do Rivendell, so let's see how this goes. Okay, so the area that I want to get going is in Lord of the Rings, in the Fellowship of the Ring, when Arwen gives Aragorn the Elessar necklace, like the butterfly looking, eagle looking necklace, and they're stood on the bridge and they've got the waterfalls behind them. That's kind of the aesthetic that I really want to get going. It's quite difficult for me to actualize the plans that I have in my head. I'm not a very visually artistic person. I could write for a very long time, but actually drawing anything or creating anything visually I find really difficult. Like, all the houses and apartments that I make on The Sims are just exactly the same. Like, I've not ever really progressed past what I've done, and that's the same with this game. So I have 355 hours in this game and you can't really tell, but we'll see how this goes, you know? So I'm not actually the biggest fan of Arwen and Aragorn. I think that Aragorn had way more chemistry with Arwen, but you know, it is what it is. Obviously they're meant to be a reflection of Beren and Luthien, which is like fine, I guess. It's not for me. I was trying to decide where I wanted to actually put this like bridge type thing, because I do have Red's Beach down there and I didn't know whether I really cared that it was there or whether that was going to be a problem for me, because it kind of disrupts the landscape and how that all looks. But I decided just to go ahead and do it. I mean, worst comes to worst. So this whole thing took me like maybe an hour thereabouts. So it's not a lot of work to undo if it turns out that I hate it, which I might do, who knows. We'll see how it goes in the morning. It is just a lot of trial and error. I wish that we could get up onto that 4th level of cliff. That would be so sick, because I would love to have a little tree right in the middle there. So maybe that's an update. Oh my god, please let this be a recipe. I forget what was in here. Oh my god, 5,000 bells. What is the point of 5,000 bells? Like, that's like one trip to the Able sisters. I couldn't remember the name for a second. I was like, they're hedgehogs? What? So I'm struggling thinking about the waterfalls and the water features. So water features are a huge part of Rivendell. Rivendell is in a valley and there's waterfalls that connect to the river Brunnen, and water is actually a huge part of elf culture. So that sounds so stupid, but hey, I'm making a Rivendell themed island on Animal Crossing, like I considered putting a little stream down that section there, but it looks stupid, so I didn't. And I want to have like a little cutout area to kind of represent the valley. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just cutting into the land, making a little bit. I think it did come out a little bit small. It doesn't have as many trees in as I wanted, but it's cute. And again, if I hate it, it won't take that long to undo. I was silly enough to not have a workbench with me. I don't know why I didn't just put one in my pockets, but I felt really bad that I had to say no to Chevrolet, but like, girl, I'm busy, I'm working. And maybe if you had a business that you cared about, you would know what I meant to run a fucking business. So yeah, I didn't have a workbench with me, and I did have to keep on going back and forth, and then I realized, hey, idiot, you don't have one in your house either, so I had to keep on going borrowing from Tom Nook, and the looks he gave me, like, boy, he was suspicious. Like, sorry, you're the one that said at the very start of this whole process that I could use your workbench, and now you're giving me this side eye about it. Please, absolute cheeky that man. Here you can see I do be struggling with the trees. Like, I know where I want the trees and they're just not, oh my god, the struggle of terraforming. So I want the trees where I want the trees and they're just not having it. Like, we knew it wasn't gonna go there, so I had to put a bush in there. And then I was deciding what I wanted to put here. Originally I was gonna put a purple flower in here because I thought that would be really cute, but then I remembered, hey no, I went and bought 10 mush lamps off Nookazon. And, or actually no, somebody made them for me via Nookazon, which was super awesome. I love it when people do that, when you only have to like take the materials and then they'll make it for like one Nook Mile ticket. Like, what a legend, absolute legend. So the mush lamp is one of the recipes that I don't have that I really, really want, but I don't have it. So I'm kind of limited on the number of mush lamps that I can use around the island. I want to keep it mostly with the Rivendell area, not the Mordor area that's slowly emerging, and not with the Shire. Oh, here's me realizing, hey, you dumb bitch, why don't you have a workbench? And I left it on the beach and then it wasn't there. Oh, so I knew that the bag was one of the snooty villagers. I have 2 snooty villagers. I have Cleo and I have Monique. And they're both really cute. I love the blue mush lamp. It's so like fairy cool, and that's what I want Rivendell to kind of look like. So I want to have star fragment recipes there. I don't have any star fragment recipes at the moment, but you know, Nookazon might come through clutch, you never know. But while I'm talking about Nookazon, like, what is up with the inflation there? Like, I saw Raymond, who is just a cat. Like, don't get me wrong, he's cute, but he's just a cat. Go for like 600 Nook Mile tickets, and like the recipe for the mush lamp is like 100 Nook Mile ticket. Like, it's, considering how many new players to the game there are every week, every month, like, it's just crazy. I can't believe it. Everybody there is a filthy capitalist, and I won't stand for it. So I know that I don't want Julian on my island for much longer. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of it. He can go. I would probably put him up for like 10 Nook Mile tickets. I know that he's a popular villager, but like, come on. Can we stop with this crazy level of inflation? Like, the gentrification of Animal Crossing New Horizons is just, oh my god, it's bad enough I have to witness it in real life, let alone here. Oh my god, is this not the most pathetic kitchen you've ever seen? I've just done absolutely nothing with my house. I've got the Mush collection in my little living room and I love it. And I do have the mermaid set upstairs that I'm collecting at the moment. So I go swimming every day for my boyfriend Pascal, but he's quite hot and cold on me, I'll be honest. And he's only in it for the scallops. I mean, I'm only in it for the recipes and the pearls, so you know, you win some, you lose some. Look at him. I ruined his house. I ruined his house with a beret that he never wears, and 2 umbrellas that he never uses, and I got him the desert princess outfit that he never wears. Absolute cheeky, that man. And he gave me iron flooring recipe. Pathetic. Why? No one wants that, Julian. No one wants it. There I was just checking how many hours I have in this game. 355. And this this is the state of my island on 355 hours. I hate Cleo's house, by the way. Look at her. She's beautiful. She's fabulous. Look at her little cheeks. Her little... Oh, she's so cute. And then you've given her an office space for a house. Something just don't sit right with that. I don't get it, because some characters have the best interiors. Like, even generic, but like amazing interiors. So like Felicity the cat. My friend Emmy's got her on her island. And she's got like a little park. Did you see the look that Tom Nook just gave me, by the way? I don't deserve this kind of thing. It's not on. So the idea was to have the Mosh Parasol down in the Rivendell area. Turns out it didn't work. I was not having it. I was not having a good time. But I'll add it to my mush area in the Shire. I do love that red mush collection design. It is same magnifique. And now I'm just double checking what my star rating is. I don't really give 2 hoots about my star rating, but it's kind of just nice to know. So when I first got a 5-star rating, I wasn't even trying for it, which made me think, hey, getting a 5-star rated island, it's pretty easy. Oh, now I'm probably taking a Twitter break, which is why I'm not moving anywhere. Isn't this riveting content? Oh, look at Chevrolet, she's so cute. She's too much for me. Sprinkle's cute as well. Don't look at the names that the villagers call me. I got Gail calling me you slag, and now everybody's catchphrase is you slag. It's very Gavin and Stacey circa 2008, but that's kind of where my headspace is at all times anyway. So it's fine. Oh, now we're in the lava of Mordor. Doesn't it look... Oh my god, it looks so bad. It looks so bad. Also, I've left all of my fossils buried back there. That way they won't respawn elsewhere on the island, because my museum's full. Museum's completed. Top tip. If you want them to stop spawning, just bury them at the back of your island. And they'll stop. I saw that from somebody else. I can't remember for the life of me who it was. It might have been Chase Crossing. I'm not sure. Probably, but I definitely didn't come up with it myself. Now I'm looking for a bench. I really wanted to put a nice little bench there, but I couldn't decide, and I forgot what the different colour variations were with the wooden toy furniture, the block toy furniture. So I gave it a go, but you'll see it wasn't very good. I mean, the variations are really cute if that's what you're going for, but that just wasn't what I was going for. I really wanted a stone bench. I don't even know if a stone bench exists, but in my head a stone bench should exist. And that's what I was looking for. But obviously I don't have that many recipes, and I just wasn't finding what I wanted. That bench, the log bench, just wasn't the vibe. Like, this is Rivendell, this is all stone and ancient and beautiful, but it's not that wooden bench variation. So yeah, I'm really struggling to actualize my Rivendell vision, but you know, we'll get there, maybe. I don't even know what I'm crafting at this point. Oh yeah, the stone, the flat garden rock, that was as close to the bench as I wanted. I'm also going to be building a grave for Aragorn's mother, because Aragorn's mother is dead, and there is a portion where he like goes up and strokes the cheek on her statue. I think it's really nice actually that there's a statue of his mother in Rivendell, because it was through his father's line that he has this connection to Elrond, not his mother's, although the Dunedain are all descended from Numenor, so like somewhere back there they probably have the same ancestor, like going thousands of years back, but the official line goes through his father, and we don't see a statue of his father Arathorn in Rivendell, but Aragorn and his mother lived in Rivendell together for a while before she actually died. So I'm gonna put a grave there to commemorate. Rest in peace, you bad bitch. I mean that in a pejorative way. Wait, does pejorative mean good? I mean in a good way. Oh my god, the struggle of placing this bench properly was so real. It's not even a bench, the stool, the rock. Oh my god, I was struggling so much. I can't do it, I'm not doing it. Get that fire exit door. I do love a good garden lantern, that's why I've popped a couple there. I want to put star fragments there eventually once I get star fragment recipe, if I ever get star fragment recipe, because I swear to god it's been like 3 months since Celeste came to my island. I don't know what she's playing at, I don't know whether her and Blathers have had a fallout, but that's where we are. I'm suffering. And back to terraforming we go. So in the film, they are standing on the bridge having a little heart-to-heart, and they've got like the waterfalls behind them and not like a blank space behind them. So I kind of wanted to give off this enclosed kind of feeling, which again is quite difficult to do when you're limited with the terraforming limitations. You're limited by the limitations. But I did my best. And again, I think it would have been so good if I could have got up on that third level to pop a tree on top, but it is what it is. I think when you don't really have a natural knack for visual creativity, there's so much trial and error that goes on, and a lot of the time I find it really difficult to take on big chunks like this. So I would consider this like a big chunk, in that a lot of things have to be laid out in order for it to come together. It's kind of like a big project within the island. So when I was doing parts of the Shire, I could really separate it and do little bits like, hey, I'll do a little bit of the party area, or I'll do a market stall area, or whatever, which are now completed because I was able to section them off. But because the backdrop for the kind of scene that I wanted to represent is pretty dramatic with the waterfalls, and the trees, it was a lot more difficult for me. As you can see, I'm really struggling with it, to be fair. So I really admire the people who kind of have a natural knack for this kind of thing. It could never be me. Back when I had a 5-star island, I did get a few lilies of the valley, and that's very Rivendell-esque. It also really reminds me of the flowers that the men of Rohan put on the graves of their royalty. It really reminds me when Theodred died, but it does. So I thought that, hey, maybe it would be cute to pop that lily there. I ended up not keeping it there, and that kind of mushroom shaped stream had to change as well. I just really wish on those top levels I could have a tree and I could have some water, but I can't. And that's just something that I've got to deal with, you know, myself. And so much back and forth to Mr. Thomas Nook. Oh, I'm building a bridge now. I love the stone bridge aesthetic. I can't remember if the bridge is actually curved when they're in Rivendell. Let me have a look. So yeah, it is a curved stone thing, and there's loads of foliage everywhere. It's cute. There's not actually like a lot of running water around there, but in my mind there is. And you know, in a lot of fan art there is, and a lot of fan interpretations there is. So PJ may have robbed us by not having them in front of a waterfall, but in my mind, and in a lot of other people's mind, there's water there, which is what we're going for with this. So I'm now moving it because I didn't like where the bridge was and how that looked. I thought it looked stupid. I wanted the bridge to be closer to the cliff behind it, just to try and give it a bit more feeling of drama. A bit more of a dramatic feeling. If I can remember how to speak English properly. So that's where we're at the moment. And then there's a pond up to the right, which you can see. That formed part of where my museum was. I had like a whole waterfall dramatic-y area for that, which I've now turned into Mordor, which I still kind of hate because they have no vision. Really struggling to actualize it again. So I may just get rid of that completely. I don't know yet. From here it kind of looks cute, like I'll add a lot more decoration. And again, if I had star fragment recipes and stuff, I think I'd be a lot happier. But as far as the terraforming goes, it's not an awful start, but I think it will need a lot more refinement. Again, I just wish I could get up on those platforms, and I do want to leave them there because I feel like they do give a lot of depth, but they do look bizarre just sort of standing there. But that's fine. The thing is with Lloyd, okay, so I know that gyroids are like a whole part of the Animal Crossing lore, but he just creeps me out. He really does. And when he starts wiggling and waggling, the closer that you get, nah, it's not for me. I don't enjoy it. It makes me feel very watched, and no, see, I think Coco is so cute, but Lloyd, yeah, it is the wiggling, the waggling. I can't be dealing with it. And then it always feels so sarcastic, like, our goal is 162,000 bells. We currently have no bells, which is just wonderful, isn't it? Oh, I'm gonna sit down with Phoebe now. Look how happy she is. Anyway, the absolute sass that he delivers with, there are currently 0 bells. Isn't that great? Bitch, no it's not. Here we're making Arwen's mother's grave. I was going to make it mossy because in the film it's a little bit mossy, but then I thought, no, Elrond would never let that get mossy. Not the real film Elrond and book Elrond are two very different people. I love both of them, and there are obviously similarities, and like there's a reason that Elrond was portrayed a certain way on screen that does correspond to his book counterpart. But in the books he's literally described as kind as Summer, which you can interpret as Summer can be a bitch, especially at the moment. Please be RSP fortune telling set, kill me. So you can interpret kind of Summer as a certain way, but I think Tolkien's intent was to say that like he's dope, he's lovely, he's really kind and everything, and in the films he's just a bit of a dick, which I respect. But yeah, being the world's biggest Elrond stan is a difficult way. It's difficult for me to bear, but you know, I bear it with good grace. So I'm just prepping the funeral area. Sorry, Aragorn. There she is. Beautiful. And now I'm just trying to figure out the perfect flower to go at the end of the grave. Oh, Sprinkle and Sherb are bonding. I don't know why Sherb is wearing like a scout's outfit. I didn't give it to him, and I found it on a mystery island, so I don't know where he's picked that up from, but it's ugly. And I'm cross about it because his jumper, his sweater, matches Sprinkle. So what are you playing at? What's going on? Oh, gotta get them Nick Miles, bitch. For why are we doing this? Why are you doing this to me, Sherbet? Is his name Sherb for Sherbet? Okay, we're coming to the end now. So that's what I've done so far, and I'm not quite sure, you know, if I'm vibing with it. I don't know for sure, but I'm doing my best. So if you've watched this far, please let me know what you think. And I guess I'll come back to it in the future and see how we're doing. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!